When they got back to Westminster, the government had their books in order and faced a crisis. Hours after another emergency intervention by the Bank of England, the cabinet descends on Downing Street to make the drastic spending cuts needed to balance the books and restore market trust. Ministers debate where the axe will fall. Will it be backdoor austerity? Simon Clarke, if budgets are tight, how can you help Chloe Smith? Mr. Buckland, 15 department cuts. Do you think the public sector can handle MPs returning to Parliament today in search of answers to boring costs? Are pension funds on the verge of collapse? Everyone's faith in the government has been shaken since they last visited the Bank of England. Chancellor under fire is now warning of a significant threat to financial stability. This does not have to be the case. Will the Chancellor now put his pride aside and do the right thing for our country and reverse the budget? Do they want to stop the basic rate? Because Tory MPs are afraid of having to explain any cuts to their voters, this House has been informed that the government will not subsidize the poorest with the upcoming tax cuts. When we make these decisions in our country, as my honorable friend says, we'll naturally have to balance fairness and other considerations. This is hard to do when spending cuts could be more than £60 billion a year, but it's either that or another U-turn for. If Liz Truss wants to balance the books, he must either make a huge screeching return to the early 2010s when we had severe austerity and cuts across public spending. Given the scale of spending cuts that are in the works, that's months of the most difficult decisions a government can make, all compressed into 3 weeks and announced on October 31st, either by raising taxes to fill this hole or by making remarkable levels of spending cuts. No wonder they're all focused on what to do in Whitehall, whether it's on defense or keeping the manifesto migration cap, and once she decides, she has to keep her party with her. One Tory MP told our channel that the government has the wrong priorities and should make another U-turn. It's possible that corporate taxation will have to rise or stay at a level higher than the Chancellor would have liked. This is an issue that will bring in money and will be sensible. It's a matter of timing, and I think that it's clear that some of that needs to wait. Decisions here are driven by bigger forces than politics. Ministers are hemmed in by market nerves and the cost.